Humidity still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finished in the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
First play and a first pass coming for Darnold.
That'll be caught by Cobb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Darnold.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Off of play action, Darnold.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
Darnold, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Darnold. This is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
So here are the Jaguars now with a long field ahead.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And we've seen the flashes throughout his 4 years in the league, but he's coming off an injury-riddled season where he only played 10 games. Has to eliminate the costly turnovers at 52 in 4 seasons, and he's hoping the new coach Liam Cohen can unlock his untapped potential, and it has to happen right now.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play action, it's Lawrence.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards.
Good for a Jaguars. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 30 yards for Travis Etienne. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of
25 yards that time.
First down, Seahawks.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Back to throw, Darnold. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Now Darnold. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Back to the ground with ETN. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. ETN once more.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. De'Ami Brown from 19 yards away. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it's De'Ami Brown who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
To the sideline and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Darnold. And Walker with it over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9.
In motion left is Thomas.
A fake on the jet sweep. Now Lawrence on play action. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now Lawrence.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
On the play. And the Seahawks 1st down.
He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Over the middle, he finds Arroyo.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Third and 5.
To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's good.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
On the Seahawks 6-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jags have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was Travis Etienne on the touchdown reception, capping the drive.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And Walker once more.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Sideline throw complete to Walker. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas.
61 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker
with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter.
and the Seahawks get a bit closer.
And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Seahawks 14.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, nice move.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Here's Lawrence. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They'll try the left side with ETN.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Lawrence will throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Horton. And 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Up the middle, here's Walker. 115 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The Jaguars offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
2nd and 10. ETN up the middle. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's now
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. Now he's free at the 35. Cooper Kupp.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Cooper Kupp.
69 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Myers connects on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And that is incomplete here.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, of that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
Josh Hines-Allen there on the stop.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 8.
Darnold. And this will be incomplete.
Intended for Torrey Horton. Incomplete. He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
The Seahawks.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line.
The Jags offense and Brian Thomas getting set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this 1st half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A short throw there to Strange. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards. And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Lawrence. And he'll get it right back to Washington. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Lawrence going to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
They'll try and run for him. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain.
The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Now they send a running back in motion right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Zach Charbonnet. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Jaguars 28.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Horton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and there the scramble for the 1st.
1st down, Seahawks.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
Give to Walker on the read option. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
159 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Line of scrimmage, the 9, 2nd and about a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
To throw is Darnold. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Sam Darnold, a 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 14.
makes the score.
So that drive takes him down the
42,
field in 8
Jaguars,
plays.
28.
And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Tariq Woolen on the coverage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
Screenplay. Here's ETN.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First down and goal to go.
ETN. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
Brian Thomas
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
42. Jaguars.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Seahawks take over.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off, and then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
39-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Here's Logan Cook now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Fielded just inside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
170 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Back to Walker on first down.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Again, it's Walker.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, Walker.
And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. That'll be caught by Cobb.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First down, Seattle.
Come on, guys. What just happened? Seriously, was that even a play?
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Seahawks.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
Touchdown,
A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Lawrence will throw.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
At the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Running out of the gun with ETN. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
That's good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Lawrence. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They'll run with ETN.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. 11 yards for number 11.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars! De'Ami Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's De'Ami Brown who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Darnold. Open man right side is Cup, complete.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Now Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
At the 19-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Darnold. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Sam Darnold scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers.
And the lead is up to 14.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Got him in. It's Brown. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Excellent job on the keeper, 20 yards and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Lawrence.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence,
an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Here's Darnold.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First down, Seattle.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point,
multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. A shotgun snap for Donald. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Darnold. That's taken in by Arroyo. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
39-yard line.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
But to throw again is Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. On 3rd down, here's ETN.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Jaguars, first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. On 1st down, right back to ETN.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Lawrence. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Jaguars field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Cam Little to kick
The
off
lead
for
cut
the
to just
Jaguars.
4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Shifts by him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Seahawks take over first
The
and
ball
10.
now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Now he'll escape to his right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 6.
Here's Darnold.
Outright to Smith-Njigba.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Faking the give, Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And so he stopped for no gain. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Well, a nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
The home team's offense, and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Good for a Jaguars.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd
Part of what
down
we're seeing so
and
far is the
10 yards
defense is
to
certainly
go.
coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Lawrence will throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Incomplete.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a 4-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
1st down, Seahawks.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
ETN up the middle.
And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball is knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Lawrence.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Going for it, here's ETN. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Cam Little to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game. And on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
So So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down by 8, 2:01 remaining.
They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning.
Now Lawrence to throw. Finding Allen.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Lawrence.
His throw incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
Looking long for Thomas. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's an aggressive shot to take. They definitely need a touchdown, but now you've painted yourself into a corner because it's 4th down. And if you don't get a conversion here, that could be the end of the comeback.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Thomas has got it, complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
6-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
He's back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Jaguars will line up for the two-point conversion.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of, the two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So now after the clutch field goal, he's back out there to boot it away in what's now a tie ball game. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
He finds his man, complete. That's Horton.
Complete to Torrey Horton. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Darnold.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Horton. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold.
That'll be caught by Cup.
Darnold's pass complete to Cooper Kupp. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and...
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence.
Complete to Washington. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. 11 yards for number 11.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And with that last completion, folks, he now owns the NFL record for most passing yards in a single game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
It's a throw again as Lawrence on the slant. He finds Washington. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving.
And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Looking to put a drive together. Darnold, his first throw in overtime. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They need a matching touchdown here to keep their hopes alive. Here's second down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Seahawks.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jaguars' 47-yard line.
2nd down and 3. Throwing again is Darnold. Outright to Smith and Jigba. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? but I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.